I've had great browns too.
Right?
Yeah.
What do you think it's because? Same thing?
Yeah, I think it's a combination of that. Good food, making fitness.
Did you even watch Murder last night?
Did I watch Murder last night? No, the night before I did. The night before I was watching, there's a series about the LA County Sheriff's Department Homicide Division. And I was watching that. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What did you learn?
I watched the Phil Spector case.
Classic.
Yeah, classic. I mean, I remember it. For those of you that don't know Phil Spector, it's definitely worth a Google image. Phil Spector was a very, very big music producer. Most of us, that one there is. He did that in court.
Yeah.
So he was wearing wigs to court. Phil Spector was a very, very big producer. He worked with the Beatles. He worked with the Doobie Brothers. He worked with a bunch of Motown artists, and he's credited with the Wall of Sound.
Yes, which I love. His Christmas music it's like that Motown sounding Christmas music.
Yeah,
It's really good.
he got a lot out of a lot of artists. So hit that 10 signature Phil Spector songs there. Let's see what they are, because he really was a prolific producer.
I love his Christmas music, and I hate to say it, I really do.
Yeah, I mean,
listen to it every year, and I go,
he knew how to produce.
That guy was a knucklehead, but boy, did he make good Christmas
Boy,
music.
did he ever. And so let's see what they have listed here.
Did you run, run, run?
Yeah, did you run, run? That's the Crystals. That is a very, very popular. You could still.
The Ronettes, Be My Baby.
Be My
Jesus
Baby
Christ.
is a big, big hit. And then he kissed
and
me.
Then he kissed your mom. Yeah.
I mean, you still see that.
He kissed my meow.
In television and music.
You've
Righteous
lost
Brothers.
That love and feeling.
You lost that love and feelings.
He did River Deep Mountain High with Ike and Tina.
Incredible.
Dang.
Veronica, So Young.
I don't know what that's about.
Darlene Love, Christmas Baby, Please Come Home.
Anyway.
Christmas song. The Beatles, Let It Be.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty. John Lennon, Imagine. George Harrison, What Is Life? So you get the idea. This guy was fucking huge. And I didn't really, until this case came about, it was in the early 2000s. I mean, I didn't know Phil Spector's name, right? I don't think most people did. There he is with no wig.
His hair.
Yeah.
Wow. What a difference hair makes.
Yeah.
Truly.
Jesus
Wow.
Christ.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And the ears? He looks like a goblin. No wonder he was wearing that big, stupid hair to cover the
I like
ears.
how it says, 10 years after her conviction, Phil Spector sporting new look. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. He actually looks happier after 10
in prison?
years. Because the one on the left is like he's just been locked up.
Yeah, he's used to life behind bars now.
So Phil Spector case was a pretty outrageous and surprising case. One in that it involved a celebrity, right? A big music producer.
Remember.
And secondly, in that this was like not very long after this was the next case, let's say, major murder case after Simpson. And as far as like police and prosecution, LA took a beating with that, where so when this case first came out, like when the murder was reported and investigators went, the DA didn't even want to file. I didn't know that until I watched this show. The district attorney's office was like hesitant to file because they're like, we don't want to fuck this up.
Another big murder
trial with a celebrity, and then they get off. And so everybody was like, this guy fucking murdered this woman. And they were still like, yeah, I don't know. We don't want to file this case. They were just going to like not charge him. But they had pretty overwhelming evidence. I mean, so I didn't remember the details of it, but Phil Spector had a driver take him that night to House of Blues, and he was hanging out in the Foundation room, and the driver also took him home. Well, this woman, Lana Clarkson, was working as a hostess at the Foundation room, and she had first disrespected him, which she was like, ma'am, you can't come in here. And
misgendered Phil Spector.
Yeah. And one of the managers was like, get that guy whatever he wants. Don't like, so she did like a turnabout and was like, oh, I'm sorry. And took care of him the rest of the night. Well, he got shit-faced, and she helped him get in the car. And when she was helping him get into his own car that the driver is driving, he's like, you gotta come see my castle. You gotta come see my castle. Because he had this fucking monstrosity, this castle in Alhambra.
Saw that.
Which was like
it's Alhambra.
Alhambra in the middle of the suburbs. So it's just like a suburban neighborhood.
Nobody lives in Alhambra. Like,
and then they put his fucking weird castle on top of it, right? Yeah, look at that picture on the right though. It's like, that's the neighborhood on that other photo there, where you can see.
Yeah,
it's so weird.
It's not really a place.
It doesn't fit there at all.
For that.
So anyway, he's like, come to my castle, come to my castle. Eventually, she agrees. She comes over. At one point, they're having this conversation. I think he was known, it was later revealed, he loved scaring women. He loved
scaring women.
He loved scaring women, and he loved threatening them, and he loved waving a gun and telling them, like, you're going to fucking lose your life. And like, he was they brought up woman after woman on trial. He was like, yeah, he told me, he was like, shut the fuck up or I'll put this in your mouth.
Wow, what a cool guy. I didn't realize.
So what he did was, she's sitting in this chair at the bottom of the stairs. Apparently, he puts a gun in her mouth and he shoots her, right? Now, here's the interesting thing. Here's what's this is neat. So the driver hears something. He goes to the door. He sees Phil Spector. Mm-hmm. There's blood. He's holding a gun. And Phil Spector he's half in the bag. I mean, he's been drinking. He goes, I think I just killed somebody. And the driver's like, and he panics and runs. And he calls 911. When the cops arrive, he's like, this fucking bitch just killed herself in my house. What a fucking asshole. And he has this whole ranting, raving speech that they recorded. He's like, who the fuck just fucking walks into a house and kills himself? And so they're like, okay. And they entertain it like it's possible. But one of the funny, kind of giveaways here from the coroner's office is the trajectory of the bullet is down. Like, who takes a gun and goes down, right? Everybody does it either level or up. And so, I don't know, this with all the other evidence kind of tied the whole story together. And then I watched that and I slept like a baby.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah. You turn that off and you're like, wow. Yeah. That's really insane.
Yeah. But anyways, good show. And shout out to the Los Angeles Sheriff's Department and their homicide detectives.
God, dude.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
You like that?
No, I don't ever. But I'm glad you like something.
Oh, man. It was really good.
Oh, cool.
Ooh, hey, Jeans, did you enjoy that highlight? Why don't you have one more click of fun around here? I don't know. Click here or here. Try it out. Have more fun. Why don't you subscribe? That way, every time a video drops, you can be notified. You can send it to your grandmother. You're not going to miss a moment of denim, okay? Try it out.